Good afternoon.
It is good. What day is this?
Refresh your browsers, y'all, because today is Thursday,
After the hump.
January 12th, 2012, and you're listening to Room 3026 Live, episode 442, a 60-minute conversation ranging from technology to pop culture. And I'm your host, Damond Nollan, and we are broadcasting live right here in Durham, North Carolina. It is lunch hour in the Onyx Tower.
It is. Live.
Today, my co-hosts are Mr. Derek Brinson.
The world's funkiest man. Stay funky, my friends.
And Mr. Michael Render.
I do's it.
And as always, we encourage listener participation. That means you can join the conversation by calling us via the telephone at 646-929-2689. Again, that's 646-929-2689. Or you can just chat with us right now over here at blogtalkradio.com/Damond Nollan.
Live.
I want to give a special thanks to Mr. Darren Tyler for providing our theme song, which is entitled Without You.
It is.
Which reminds me that without you, we would not be where we are today. So thank you very much for what you do. Let me take this opportunity to walk over here to the chat room, which is hosted on Blog Talk Radio.
The room where the chat goes on.
Let me say hi to those who are walking in the room right now. We got Mr. Alan Tran. What's going on, Alan?
What up, man?
We also got Miss Eileen Smith.
Who we love. We do.
And Mr. Tim Bada Bim Arthur.
Slim, what up?
What's going on?
It's him.
Anyway, it is Thursday, y'all. It is going to be a wonderful weekend. I can feel it coming. I'm just so excited. So excited. Yeah, well, I guess I'm so excited about the weekend, but I'm excited about today too because I get to spend some time with y'all. And I'm always having fun with y'all. So it is Thursday, man. We have a good lineup. We got some good stories here we're going to talk about. So don't go anywhere. One of the things that I'm really excited about is a new update to those folks who are on Blogger. I know, it's great, man. It's Blogger. You know, Blogger, the thing that you can blog on.
Yeah.
You know what I did right there? I said the Blogger.
No.
It's not
Sorry,
WordPress.
but it is Blogger.
So, it's inferior.
Anyway, we'll talk about what Blogger just launched and some more things that are going on. Interesting discussion. I'm sure we will have. Nothing to be surprised about.
Has anyone bought Netflix yet?
What do you mean anyone bought Netflix? Of course they haven't. As a matter of fact, they're only going to get stronger.
Before they get bought.
I need more power.
Ask Bain Capital. That's how this thing works.
That's not what's going to happen. That's not what's going to happen.
Yeah, sure
No.
it is.
No.
Because the Lord wants you to introduce me as the world's funkiest man.
And it ain't going to happen.
He in his infinite providence.
And I can't wait for that $20.
I mean, if you win, what are you gonna do?
If I get that $20,
Yeah,
I'll invest it
And
in a sign that said, I'll never call you.
man,
Oh, I thought he was going to buy shares in Netflix. There you go. Put the stock certificate in a frame or something like that. That would all be.
see, for
funny.
me, I win no matter who wins. 'Cause it's gonna be fun just to see when it's all said and done.
Who wins?
Yeah.
Oh, wait until he introduces me as the world's funkiest man. Oh, he'll do it.
Or I get to see the sign.
Exactly. A big sign with an arrow pointing down over his head that says,
See,
the name
I'm
I
going
will
to-
never call him.
I'm going to
The name
record
that's
him
forbidden.
calling me the world's funkiest man, and then I'm just going to put it on an auto loop with big speakers and a bullhorn walking down the hallway with an auto loop of Damon saying.
Then maybe I'll buy some headphones for those $20. The soundproof kind. Yeah, that might sound good.
Crazy.
Anyway, so what is anything happened last night? Anything exciting?
Yeah, man. The Heat lost, man. Can you believe it? They lost to Lob City.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were watching is this a basketball game?
Yeah.
Oh,
the
okay.
Miami Heat.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh.
Mm-hmm.
They lost to
Okay.
Chris Paul and Blake Griffin.
Oh, too bad.
Yeah, he missed 2 free throws with 16 seconds left.
Too bad. You know, if they would have had Michael Jordan, this
What?
would never have been a problem.
What do you
Yes,
mean?
actually, it would have. Jordan's old.
What?
Never would have happened.
What you mean?
Michael Jordan, the greatest ball player of all time,
Be careful.
even in his old age,
Be careful.
can still hurt people.
He is the greatest ever to lace him up.
I'm just saying.
Be careful.
I'm just saying, Mike.
There's nothing to be careful
Nah,
about.
I'm
Until
with you. I'm
until
just saying.
whoever it is you might be trying to act like is the greatest ever to lace him up.
Exactly.
No,
Until his
that's not me.
left hand is dragging the ground with all the weight of all the
Thank you.
rings.
Thank you.
And then
Yes.
his other hand
just
got a
saying.
ring on it.
There's
Yes.
Other people listen to the show that might disagree.
Mm-hmm. So you agree? You
Yeah.
agree he's the greatest ball player of all time?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, who else is in the running?
Mm-hmm.
There's some people in the running though.
Oh yeah.
Who that?
Who's that?
Like Oscar Robinson, averaged the triple double.
Who's that?
The big O is
Who
bad.
is that?
The big O
Who's
is
that?
bad.
That's your frat brother.
Yeah, we still not
And-
Michael Jordan.
And another frat brother, Wilt Chamberlain, scored 100 points. Jordan
Will
ain't
DeSille.
right there.
Okay, I would put Wilt.
I think they gave it to him.
I
I'm
would
just
put
saying.
I would put Wilt in the conversation.
Sam,
But and
Sam
and-
Jones. Sorry.
You just going down the list now,
Well, they all cappers.
but they're still not Michael Jordan.
That's true. But Michael Jordan never averaged a triple double.
It don't matter.
I'm just saying.
And this was before
three-point
players
line.
were very all that stat conscious. Oscar Robinson was back in the day when it was all about they won those sneaker contracts on the line.
And this
nothing
ain't
like
one
that.
game. This is over a season, over a career.
Over a career, a
Yeah,
triple
it's
double.
just
Good
bad.
grief.
Yeah, he averaged a triple double over his whole career.
Oscar Robinson's a bad man, no doubt.
Jordan ain't did that.
But Jordan did break some ankles.
Yeah, he did.
Mhm.
I mean,
And his-
he
and his-
did some things.
And his knuckles is dragging the ground with all them rings on his fingers.
That's
He
right.
ain't got as many as Bill Russell though. Another
Bill
frat brother,
Russell.
by the way.
Bill Russell's.
You know, it's
Just
Just
I'm
wanted
just
to throw
saying.
that in,
Yeah,
you
I'm
know.
just saying. Anyway, so what about you, Derek Brinson? Anything exciting happened yesterday?
I haven't been feeling good. I just went home and sat out.
Okay, so that doesn't sound like fun at all.
Nah, I'm all right.
Doesn't sound like fun at all.
I think I may be sleep deprived. At least I was.
Well, I can tell you that nothing exciting happened for me either. As a matter of fact, I think I went home, worked out with my son, and it was really cold last night and windy and rainy. But I am looking forward. I was getting ready for this weekend. On Saturday, here in Clayton, North Carolina, the Smithfield Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi will be hosting their Founders Day, Sandhills Founders Day. And immediately following that, we'll have our all-black affair, which
Yep.
it's not a ball.
it's not a ball.
And you don't have to be black to be there.
Nope.
No. All you got to do is wear black. Preferably a dressy black. But, just come wearing. It's only $25. Come hang out with us. I think you'll have a great time. We're going to have some treats hanging out
Yeah,
there. We're
some
going to have
goodies.
some other goodies there. So,
gonna be fun.
so get dressed up. Get your hair cut. Come on out and hang out and have fun.
Pull out the Clippers.
Yeah. Pull out the Clippers. We were actually talking about that this morning.
Yep.
Do you guys, and I don't know if all the guys that are out there, do you guys shave every single day? That was the question that Mike Render and I had a conversation about this morning. Do you shave every single?
Nope.
I know this is a crazy question, and I know
Nope.
it's way off the track of whatever we probably talk about. But I'm just wondering, do you shave every single day?
Nope.
I at least allow a minimum of 5 days.
Of 5 days, so you don't cut your beard or you don't shave around your beard every other day.
Mm-mm.
You do it every week, essentially.
Yeah, because
Okay.
my skin is sensitive, so
Okay.
the Clippers
I was just wondering.
are rough.
I'm just wondering because like I said this morning, I've been trying to figure out how long I could go before I have to shave, right? Because it's one of those things
Like
you're
4
like,
days,
oh
man.
man,
4
I gotta
days.
shave again.
4 days.
Oh no, I really seriously, I gotta shave
you
every day.
shave?
Yes, I pull out a razor, and
See, that just sound like
I
work.
pull out some water, and depending upon how coarse the beard is, I'll just put lotion up there because typically you do it after you get out the shower, right?
Right.
So then you throw on some lotion and you just pull out the razor and you shave, or shaving cream, or shaving gel preferably, for me. So I
You
was
got
just
the little lather brush. Like the old
I
school.
actually had that. Yeah. When I used there was a lather soap that kind of a bar of soap that kind of goes with that, and I would use that. I like that too. It's I like kind of the old fashioned. I actually one day wanted to pull out a straight razor
Man, go ahead and do
just
it.
to see if I could do it.
Go ahead.
But see, the problem is I value my face a little too much that I don't know if I'm ready for that.
But I'm scared of them
I
things.
ain't trying to get scars and
Yeah.
you're like, what happened to you? I mean, I was trying to shave
With a straight razor.
with a straight razor. Yeah, like half my skin is gone.
What's that red mark? That's flesh.
Nab says, during the week I do. On weekends, I just use the electric razor unless I got a hot date or something. All right. A little hot date.
I haven't tried
I have tried the
razor yet.
electric razor a couple times. I actually did that for a while. I went and bought one. It was a higher end, like $100 electric razor. And I actually
That's so clean joint.
I tried to do it, but it's never as clean as a razor. And I've tried going up, down. I had the circular kind. I had the kind that was.
But is it quicker though? Can you do? I mean, is your actual shaving time shortened?
I really don't know. I hate shaving.
See,
I
want
dislike the
I want
act
a
of having to
faster
do that.
process, like 10 minutes.
You know, it doesn't take 10 minutes for me to shave. I mean, the worst part is if you have no facial hair at all, it's really easy. So I actually did that for a while.
Yeah, 'cause you're not
you're not,
concentrating.
you're not trying to edge up behind any beard or anything. You just.
All right, I'm cool.
I did a video one time and they were like, "Do you really shave that fast?" I was like, "Yeah." You gotta be careful with those. Anyway, I so digress. We are so talking about something totally off the wall. There's nothing to do with the show. I apologize, but I just had to ask that question. Anyway, welcome our guest 2551, guest 2593. Welcome to the show. We are just getting ready to go into our first segment, which we call no.
Well, sometimes we
Daily Booth.
Oh yeah.
I mean, sometimes
I
we
was excited.
I just wanted to mix it up today, but let's keep it the same. This segment is called Daily Booth because this is our opportunity to pull out your camera and
yeah, I seen the picture.
share yourself with us.
Pause.
You can pull out your webcam, you can pull out your cell phone, or you can just upload a picture, whatever is easiest for you. Take that picture and put it on Daily Booth, and then share the URL with us right here in the chat room. I gained a new friend on Daily Booth yesterday. Nab pulled up his picture. So I just want to give Nab, man, it's great to meet you. Great
Cool.
to see you. You can do the same thing right now. Going over there right now, create an account, and then follow me over at dailybooth.com/Damond Nollan. If you follow me, let me know that you are a Room 3026 live listener. My tongue is all over the place today.
Live.
I'll definitely follow you back. You can also take this opportunity to share that URL with us right here. I see Tim Arthur has already beat us to the punch. Thank you, sir. So I'll click on his link, which is in the chat room right now, and just to see what he's up to. What's up, Tim Arthur? You know, every time I do that, I always think about that dude that does the Extreme Makeover on the House Edition. You know, he's like, "Hello, Nolan family."
Yes.
Yeah. So that's every time I say that, I always think of that. So I'm like, "Hey, Tim Arthur."
They put people in the poorhouse. They do.
Happy Thursday, y'all. Tim Arthur says.
Man.
As Mike Render mentioned the comment that everybody on the Extreme Makeover puts people in the poorhouse. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean?
Like, people can afford the houses that they build.
They don't have to.
But like,
It's free.
Not all
It's
of
a
them.
gift.
Not all of them.
I had to pay the taxes on that thing though.
Yeah.
That would be horrible. Or the electric bill.
Yeah, but I say one family got
Holy
put out because
smokes.
the electric bill was too high.
That's what I used to say about those car makeovers that what's his name used to do on MTV.
Yeah.
I said, dude, you know the thing about those cars is they're so cool, but the problem is that the fact the person never took care of the car before means he's probably not going to take care of this car.
Man, but I think some of those cars were like casted because I mean I don't even see how I could use them.
I have no idea. Putting a tub in the back of your car just seems silly to me.
Yeah,
like,
I wish they
really.
actually did.
Like,
I
how
like the
often-
idea.
How
Well,
often do you do
like
that?
the visual?
Yeah, for the first time when you roll it out, the first time you got that nice hot tub in the back, and then you realize you got to clean the water. How you get the water out? You got to put chemicals in that joker. You got to heat it. Man, it's just too much work. Anyway, Tim Arthur, man, thanks for posting that picture. I can't really light up.
Strong backlighting, but that's all.
Yeah, that's
Oh
what
yeah, I
I said.
submitted the picture too, by the way.
Oh, thanks, because I almost forgot.
Yeah, I could tell you.
I was
about
clicking
to-
off
yeah.
it. I was trying to see if anybody else posted one. Mike Render says Deucey,
Deuce.
looking like R. Kelly
No,
in that outfit.
no,
My mind is telling me no,
no,
but my body.
no. It's not. It's not telling
We
you
actually
anything.
went through a number of videos yesterday
I
just
did
to
not
prove
do
my point
anything.
that he does look like R. Kelly.
And it didn't prove anything.
Yeah.
When we saw the videos,
It did
it
prove.
looked like two different people. Like I
It looked like
me,
it looked like
and
Mark Render
R.
with
Kelly
looked like R.
him.
Kelly with glasses.
No, it didn't.
It did.
It looked like
In any
Mike
case,
Render without looking like R. Kelly.
anyway, thank you guys for sharing your pictures. Feel free to post them anytime. We'll take a look at them as we go. But before we go, at 13 minutes in, let's take a look at what you guys are writing. We call this. What do we call this?
Blog roll.
Thank you. I appreciate your participation in this.
Yes. I'll try.
See that little drum roll thing? That is our way of saying this is blog roll. It's when we take a look at what you guys are putting out there into the blogosphere. Today we have two stories. Two stories from two of our favorite people who are actually in the room right now. The first one comes from my friend Tim Arthur. King Tim. Tim Bada Bim.
Yeah.
From his second blog site, I should say. I don't know. He has a number of blog sites now, but a number of projects he's working on. This one is called the podcastingtutor.com. The name of the article, though, is entitled, or titled, as Derek would say, Podcasting Champions. And today we look at Leo Laporte, one of my favorites. I don't listen to him as often as I probably should. And I feel so bad about that, too, by the way, Tim. The mere fact that I don't listen to a lot of other people's podcasts often is probably horrible news. I probably should never say that out loud. I feel that. But he is one of my favorites because of the wonderful things he has done. Yes, he's done a lot of work. I mean, just the ability to take one show and grow it into a network where now they are basically they're going all hours of the day. They have just really done. This is what many of us who are in podcasting probably aspire to be or to do, to have an entire network of just shows back to back to back. You know, and it's fun. You know, the fact you get to talk about technology, you get to meet really interesting people. You know, Leo Laporte, Derek Brinson.
What about him?
That's who we're talking about right
yes,
now.
he's internet famous.
Yeah. So just a big shout out to Tim Arthur for Leo Laporte for
So what about him?
Well, Tim Arthur did a blog post.
Oh, cool.
And he's highlighting
Roll
him
in.
with the
Guest post.
So anyway, thank you, Tim Arthur. Let me share this link with you guys just in case you don't have it. You can always subscribe to his new blog. Make sure you read it. It's good information. Definitely, it's good information. And definitely want to support Tim Arthur and his new project. You can like him on Facebook, and you can like him here as well. Thank you, Tim. Now let's also look at another story. This one comes from our girl, Miss Eileen Smith's blog, which is entitled basicblogtips.com. The article is titled, Just a Retweet Keeps Twitter Sharing Simple. This is a new service, or I don't know how new it is. Obviously, I don't use it. But it's written by Sharon Hurley Hall. This is her 9th blog over here on Basic Blog Tips. And it talks about how you can get started with this new service, how you can earn credits, also a bunch of other features that you can get with this. So I definitely encourage you to, if you're interested in, making it simple to share on Twitter, come over here and take a look at this. I'll share the URL with you, but you can go to basicblogtips.com to get the latest story. Thank you, Miss Eileen, for sharing yet another great article from your blog. We really do appreciate it. Okay, so those are the two stories. Don't forget, if I am not reading your blog, feel free to send those to me. You can send it to me at damondnolan@gmail.com. Let me know that you want to add it to the blog roll. So thanks again. All right, welcome to some more of our guests. We have guests 2668, 2680, and 2690. Welcome to the show. All right, we're going to change gears in just a moment, and we're going to take a look at Feed Watch, those top stories that are happening today from our feeds. But before we do, let's take a word from our weekend show. That would be the Tech Monks.
Monk of the Texases.
Join us this Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, as we record the latest episode of the Tech Monks podcast, discussing topics such as technology, entertainment, and the startup culture. For details on joining us live, visit techmonkspodcast.com/live.
All right. Thank you, Tim Arthur, for that. And again, I said I'll just keep playing that promo over and over and over again until he gets me a new one. Don't forget, I want to give you guys a quick shout out. Tomorrow, we're going to have a special guest right here on the show. We're going to have Brian McDonald, who is going to be here. So don't miss out. He's a great guy. I think you'll really enjoy the conversation we have with him. So make sure you come back here tomorrow to listen to the entire thing. He is a great guy, knows a lot about technology, has a lot of experience in a lot of different fields, marketing being one. So definitely be here tomorrow. So let's jump into Feed Watch right now.
Feed Watch.
Feed Watch. Feed Watch. Feed Watch. Feed Watch.
Feed Watch.
Feed Watch. This is where we constantly comb the blogs so that you don't have to. We give you the news that you can use because that's what we do. Right, Mike?
That's what we do.
Of course.
So you best not snooze. You will not lose, Derek.
I don't like losing.
Unless, of course, you just like singing the blues.
Nor do I like singing the blues. Don't like either one particularly.
Well, today, Amazon is releasing new data on its Kindle lending library, which the e-commerce site says now has over 75,000 books. This is coming to you from TechCrunch. The Kindle Owners Lending Library is a collection of books that Amazon Prime members who own a Kindle can borrow once a month, and this is entirely free. Awesome. Amazon recently launched KDP Select, a fund that lets indie authors and publishers make money off of lending. Basically, if a KDP author or publisher chooses to make any of their books exclusive to the Kindle store for at least 90 days, those books are eligible to be included in the Kindle Owners Lending Library and can also earn a share of the KDP Select Fund. According to the company, customers borrowed nearly 300,000. That really is 295,000 to be exact, but that would be nearly 300,000 KDP Select titles in December alone. And KDP Select has helped grow the total library selection. I really, really, really would like to see if anyone, and I actually asked this question earlier to see if anyone has actually ever used this feature on their Kindle. I don't own a Kindle. My sister actually owns one. I believe it's either that one or the Barnes & Noble, the Nook, one of the two. But she tells me, and this is one thing I was really impressed with, she tells me that you can take one of those e-readers and go down to the library. Matter of fact, you can do this from home, and you can rent books without having to go to the library. I say rent books. You check out books at the library. It's been so long since I've been to a library. Borrow, thank you. I know there was a word that you use for the library. It's been so long. Like, I keep wanting to say download books, but it's like wrong. But I guess in some case you really are. But so interesting, I was talking to her the other day, and I said, hey, did you get anything great for Christmas? And she said, oh, yeah, I got this I believe it was the Nook, but it could be the Kindle. I can't remember which one it was. But she was it was one of the two, because they all, to some degree, can do the same thing. It's an e-reader, right?
Right.
But she did say that she reads so many books on her device now. And she just, like I said, she can go down, she can borrow books from the library without ever having to actually go there. I think it's amazing to me. Like, I remember as a kid, we used to go to the library like all the time. And one of my favorite things to do besides getting books was getting comic books. It's not really the same, right? There's comic books and then there's like books. And so some of the books I used to get were like Choose Your Own Adventure books and like the Elf Quest. Please, somebody say they know what Elf Quest is.
No.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Elf Quest.
Oh my gosh. What am I going to do? Does anyone know what Elf Quest is? I'm going to look to the room. for a second. Can I just say this? Oh, let me say hi to Eugene Henney, who is in the room. Definitely one of our listeners and also supporters here on the website. Thank you, sir, for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you in the room. Also, Dyslexic in America is here as well. Little Bites has entered the room. Welcome, you guys, to the show. So right now we're talking about the new Kindle and the fact they have this new program where they are basically allowing you to get a free book essentially a month from this lending program. And I wanted to know if anyone actually had this, if we're using this at all, and what your thoughts were about it. But then we got sort of taken to the side because I was asking the question to the guys in the room, and to my surprise, neither of the two, and I was most surprised to hear that Mike Render, who is a comic book fan, an anime fan.
I know about EverQuest.
And does not know about ElfQuest. Great series. If you put it in your book right now, put it in your to-do list right now. ElfQuest. Mike Render, you got the phone in your hands. Put it down now.
Hold on.
I guarantee you'll love this series. It is. And I see that Tim Arthur. Thank you, Tim. Thank you. This is the reason why I know Tim and I. We are closer. We're probably brothers. We probably just don't know it yet. He grew up in another part of the world than I did, but yet and still, we have so much in common. And the fact that he knows what ElfQuest is makes me a very happy man. That I'm not the only one. Here's another one. Now we're going back. Now I'm going back to the 80s for a second. And I mentioned this before the other day, but I saw this on Netflix.
Mask.
Star Blazers.
Oh, see, I know about Star Blazers. The ElfQuest.
Star Blazers. Mike, trust me when I say this. If you like Star Blazers the way I like Star Blazers, you'll like ElfQuest. Anyway, I used to go to the library, and that was one of my favorite books to get was the series of ElfQuest. And, of course, I liked other books, Choose Your Own Adventures, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, that's the library for me.
All right, I remember.
You remember now?
Yeah.
See,
I had to see it.
dude, great comic book series.
What in the world?
I don't know.
Like that?
I don't know what they've done since then, but I keep waiting for the day that they come out with some more stories or a movie or something,
I remember
a cartoon, something. Just don't
Maybe
spoil
there's
it.
a reason.
Yeah, the wolves.
Okay, so anyway, the Kindle is launching right now. There's a great new feature that you can do. These electronic books. I think it's amazing what you can do with these things. I still have not owned one, but the more and more I keep seeing these types of things come up in our stories, the more and more I'm like, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, I should consider this. Now, of course, I would like to say that probably your boy Tim Arthur or Aaron K. White would love that I get the iPad.
Well, yes.
Would probably prefer that I get the iPad.
Well, yeah.
You know, but just having come back from a meeting and like there were 2 iPads in the room.
Star Blazers. Sorry.
Star Blazers. Dude, great. And you, like I said, you can get the episode on Netflix right now. They actually got streaming shows right now on Netflix. So catch up.
Didn't the same people that make Voltron?
I don't know, but
Looks
it's
the same.
Japan. I don't know. It's all the same.
And Robotech. What you know about that?
I know about Robotech, yeah.
All right. Just making sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Trust your judgment, young man.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
It's like a finger pointing to the moon. What you know about that?
What you know? I know it's far. Here's something interesting that I wanted to talk about. Now, I don't know a great deal about this, and I tried to do a little bit of research before I got on the air today. I wanted to talk about this thing that's happening with Microsoft and Android. Do you guys know what's going on with this?
Yeah, they're like buying
Does it have
the-
anything to do with
the
Microsoft
phones.
buying Netflix?
It has nothing to do with that at all.
Then I don't want to hear it.
But thank you for trying, though. I do appreciate that. But it's something very interesting that's been happening with Microsoft and the Android. We talked about this many, many times ago. There is, according to a number of stories that I have seen over the years, or I shouldn't say years, but over the months, Microsoft holds a patent to some technology that Android is supposed to be built on. I don't know if it's something to do with Linux. It's not entirely clear what that is.
We, Apple and Android has some similar patent suits about Android patent violations. You know, maybe 6-8 months ago.
Well, it is continuing. Is my point.
Yeah,
And
that
Microsoft is
when we talked about
still
it,
making
There's
money.
going to be a long techno legal drama to be played out.
They are making money. Microsoft is making money on Android. So the more Android sells on these devices, the more money that Microsoft stands to gain. Well, today we have learned we are learning right now that Microsoft has just signed another patent agreement with the maker LG. Right? So as of this story, I am now seeing that makes 70% of any Android of the Android market, or the Android smartphones, Microsoft now has an agreement with. 70%. They're making some money on this right now. It's startling to me how much money they're
Microsoft
making.
is buying Android devices?
No.
Or LG?
For I don't know exactly what that technology is. It was never clear to me exactly what that was, because if it was me, I'd just get rid of it. But Microsoft has identified, and this is probably months ago, I would almost say April of 2010 when I first saw the story that kind of broke on this. Back in April of 2010, Microsoft approached, I think, HTC, as a matter of fact, and said, hey, listen, if you're using Android, you are using some of our technology. And right now, we're not going to go up against Google right yet. But here's what I'm going to tell you right now. We like you because you're a partner of ours, but we really want you to go ahead and pay this licensing agreement so that you can continue to use Android on your device. So instead of making any fuss, HTC says, okay, cool. I'm cool with that. Here's a couple extra cents or dollars, whatever it is, per device that we sell. You guys are going to get a cut on that. So today, LG now is doing the exactly same thing. Says, okay. And interestingly enough, it's probably in line with the same licensing agreement that people are using for the Windows Phone.
Right.
So either way, Microsoft's making money. They're making money on their phones, and they're making money on Android phones. That's a smart game to play.
Yeah.
It really is.
So what are they going to do with all that money that they're making?
They're going to probably continue investing that in some of those phones that they're making.
No.
So I don't know. Or strengthening up their Kinect device.
They're going to buy Netflix.
I mean, that's not a bad idea.
That's a terrible idea.
Why is buying Netflix bad?
Because I'm not calling anybody nothing other than their mama's given name. That's refuse. See, now it's all about principle. It's not even about the fact that they're buying them anymore. It's all about principle right now.
Right.
Okay?
Well, is that a terrible idea? Oh, it's not.
No, but seriously, here we go. We go back to Microsoft. We go back to Netflix for a second. We go back to Yahoo. I do not want to see Netflix purchase because I like the way Netflix is running today. If you take
Bill Gates to.
I don't want someone else coming in here and changing the way that Netflix works. I like the way Netflix works. We definitely want more content, but I like the way Netflix works. And other people are trying to be like Netflix. So don't let Microsoft, don't let Yahoo, don't let these other companies, don't let Google come in. Wait a minute, Google. Let me think about that one for a second.
What?
No, I don't want Google to do it. Because, see, Google hasn't even done that yet. Google is still trying to get us to buy movies from YouTube. And I'm not ready for that yet.
And there's Google
At
TV.
$4 a pop.
And there's Google TV as well.
You know, there was an interesting story. And, oh, man, I'm going to get to this one, too. Let me make sure it's here in my list.
They could fold this joint into Google TV, or their dreams to make YouTube into a moneymaker.
You know, YouTube is doing exceedingly well right now. And
Yeah.
I'm really happy
They're not
about
making a whole lot of money, though.
But they're doing well. I mean, this is where you go to watch videos.
That's not why.
I'm saying they're doing well because
yeah, I know, but I'm just
they
saying
have the
that
market on
Google's
people
not
watch
providing a
videos.
public service. They eventually look to make all of these centers profit centers. No?
I'm sure that's the case.
Okay.
Okay.
Check it.
I'm sure that's the case. But I'm just saying, to me, there is not an advantage for me as of right now why I would go to YouTube to watch a movie when I can easily get the same movie for $1 over here on Redbox if I want the movie today. Oh, which reminds me, and I saw this today, and this is talking about Netflix. I know we talk about Netflix so much here, but Netflix did agree. They have agreed 56 days for any movies from Warner Brothers. So, but they're getting a discount, which means they'll save more money, Derek, which means they won't get bought out.
Oh, they're going to get bought out.
Okay. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. Microsoft is still being relevant. I think Microsoft is. Don't sleep on Microsoft is all I'm saying. I think they're a little bit slow sometimes to getting around to doing some things. But the one thing you can count on Microsoft is that when they do it, you know, they're going to put some of their resource behind it. And I think this is, you know, their new phones are definitely something to be cognizant, to be aware of.
Who, Microsoft?
Yeah, their phones. I'm telling you. Did you guys see the video? The Lumina. Is it Lumia?
Exactly.
The more I see the video, the more I see the commercials, the more
All
I'm
I
gonna
know is they just keep showing off that
Lumia.
nah,
Luma. What's the name of that darn phone?
What's the feature that Google Docs, where the kids, the
Luma.
guys at the grocery store, and they're messing with his kids is messing with his grocery list. That's all I seen. And then the one where the girl does the montage on the wall with all those pictures. Yeah, okay, cool, but they don't make it look cool to have the phone
Oh,
like Apple.
Mike, I don't want to hear nothing coming out of your mouth about Apple because you were just smack talking Apple. You are such a
I
traitor.
still smack talk Apple.
You are such a traitor. You
I
don't
still
have
smack talk
you don't have
Apple.
allegiances to neither phone.
I just need
'Cause you smack talk 'em
I
all.
just need to hit send and end.
We need to get a phone that doesn't have a label. That way
Yeah.
you can't smack talk it because there'll be no brand to tie it to.
Man, hey, I was about to do
Man,
it.
I hate this. I hate this BlackBerry. The next day, I love this BlackBerry. It's the best phone I ever had.
This
Next
one
day,
juice.
I love my Android. Man, it's the best phone I ever had. Man, I hate the Android. I love the iPhone.
It's heavy.
Dude, just pick one. That's all I'm
picked it.
saying. Just pick one phone.
I picked it.
All right.
Apple.
Don't talk to me about that phone because I'm about to pull out my hammer and spank it. Here's the other one. Since we're talking about Microsoft,
Lumina.
okay? Since we're talking about Microsoft, let me talk about their Microsoft TV for a second. Since Derek brought it up.
What? That sounds real familiar.
Yes. Well, it's supposed to come through your Xbox, right? You remember that?
Everything's supposed to come through your Xbox.
Exactly. That is exactly right. Everything is supposed to come from wait a second. Let me pull this point from Eugene. He says, I work for AT&T in corporate retention, and we do not get any Windows Phone orders. But I don't know. Are they even
Selling?
I think T-Mobile is the latest version of the Windows Phone. And especially now with these new phones coming out,
Yeah.
I would probably be careful.
Really?
Yes.
You would?
I'm not saying they're I'm not saying they're going to beat Android tomorrow
Or ever.
or ever, but sometimes being third is okay. Right? Yes, okay, thank you. That's what I thought you'd say. But anyway, to talk about this TV service, it's supposed to be going through the Xbox 360, right? So we talked about this before. Matter of fact, the CEO gets up and says, check this out. We have this new Xbox 360. You can now watch. Well, coming soon, you better have TV shows going through your Xbox, and it's going to be everything to everybody. And, of course, we're excited because, yes, this is great. Not only that, you get to use Bing. You get to use this to search all your favorite shows.
Is it going to be one flat fee?
Come on, man. You know better than that. Microsoft going to hit you in the head.
It's never going to work. It's never going to. I mean, it's going to be cool, but it's never going to work.
I'm sure that somebody said that when Microsoft said, hey, we're going to charge you $60 a year so that you can get on Netflix. And you're already paying for a subscription to Netflix.
Yeah.
Which made no sense to me at the time because I was like, why would I want to pay $60
Yeah, you did say that.
to do that? That's
then you bought
silly. Well, because you sold it to me for a discount.
But
So
you
I
still
said,
pay $60.
this sounds like a good idea.
But you still pay $60.
Well, now that I have the PlayStation 3, mind you, and I don't have to pay for it, I might let my account lapse because I just go into the room and they'll say, Dad, can I watch Netflix? I'll be like, son, our daughter, no. Unless you want to come out with $60 out of your piggy bank, Daddy ain't paying for that no
So
more.
Xbox Live ain't on.
No, it is on because I paid for it last year. But when that subscription runs out, I'll think twice. I'm going to think real hard when I think about, could I go into the room and I could watch it in my room on the PlayStation, or I can go into the living room where all the kids are and I can watch. I'm going to just keep it in the room.
So you got the 360 in the room,
No, I got the
In the living
PlayStation.
room,
Yeah,
I
I got the PlayStation.
but the Wii internet is free, right?
Yes,
So
and
we'll
they can
just
watch it
use
in there.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See
Yeah.
how the
I just
360.
saved $60. Thanks, Mike Render.
I'm just saying.
Thanks, Mike Render. You keep it real. But anyway, so talking about Microsoft TV, or this thing that's supposed to go through Xbox 360, right? That's the big thing right now. Oh, we can't wait. Well, they're now saying, wait a second. Hold on. Don't get too excited. Because we are, we didn't realize it was going to be so expensive to get content.
Yeah.
You know, we made it available, and then we realized that these content providers were going to charge us an arm and a leg. And
What?
Unfortunately-
Oh, you mean these movies cost money to make?
yeah, about that.
But you'll get it back. Everybody's gonna pay twice.
Yeah, no.
Remember? They already do it.
We're gonna put it on hold for a second. Can you guys go back and erase what we said before? But you guys can get Netflix. That's cool, right? You can get a few channels from your cable station. Those are cool. HBO Go will probably be up there.
Yeah.
Maybe a little ESPN. You could
Maybe.
probably get that up there.
Maybe.
But the live television that we talked about, the cable going through your Xbox, that's probably not gonna happen.
But didn't they like buy like a whole bunch of like no name providers though? Even they cost.
I don't know if they bought them or they just went kind of into a
Or-
partnership with
yeah.
them, right? Like
Yeah.
there's a bunch of, and I think this has a lot to do with what I think Mark was talking about, Mark Sears on last Friday, when he was saying that, you know, there are a lot of, I guess he said stations or channels, or networks like Netflix, where they're trying to get content, and they're saying, hey, if you want our content through your device, then you're gonna have to pay us for it. And when they got the rate sheet from these companies, Microsoft said, that's more expensive than we thought you were going to charge us. And so all I'm saying is now they're putting it on hold. So if you haven't bought the Xbox 360 yet, and you were hoping that they were going to have these new live television shows through the Xbox, they're not. Not yet. So just hold on to that. I wasn't really, knowing me, I wasn't ready to pay for any live cable. I don't care what box it came through, whether the Xbox, the cable box, the Google TV box, I don't care. I'm not paying for it.
Right.
So, although there's no surprises there, I mean, you guys already know better than that. I just got to keep telling Time Warner that I ain't paying for it. They keep calling me, hey, man, do you want to No, I don't want it.
Yes, you do want it. You just don't want to pay for it.
Well, okay, that's true. Because I'm going to tell you, my son and I, we go over to the gym. And nobody knows this, but I'm telling you guys this right now. The reason why we go to the gym.
Your son? You mean Epic?
Exactly. The reason why
don't you call him Epic?
my son and I go to the gym is because they got cable over there. So we just get our little, all the channels that you can't get at home. You just go over there and work out and watch. So for him, it's all about Disney Channel.
What?
For me, it's about, whatever.
How old is Darius?
He's 13.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's 13. He loves the Disney Channel still. So, but that makes me feel
Not
good,
some
though,
good shows
right?
out
That makes
there.
me feel good that he's watching something wholesome.
Really?
Even though he does like those crummy shows that you like, that only grown people probably should ever watch.
Like what?
Like, I don't know, what's that dad show on Fox? With that terrible humor, that little dog that talks to people.
Oh, like
Family Guy. Yeah. Yeah.
I love that show.
Yeah. See, that's
'Cause
your
it's stuff-
13-year-old son should not be watching
I don't know
that.
that's appropriate
Yeah.
content for.
Thank you, Netflix, because that's exactly where he gets it from. And I hear him laughing. I'm
Funny
like,
is
what
funny.
is he laughing at?
Because it's
'Cause
funny.
I go up there and there's this little dog. Hey there, do. I'm like, turn that crap off. But Dad, it's fun. Turn it off.
Funny is funny, man.
So yeah, he watches all those corny shows.
That's good watching.
So so that's what we do. We're not getting Microsoft, but we are gonna get Netflix. We are gonna get cable shows at the gym across the street.
I mean, do you even really want cable that bad?
I don't
Like,
really
yeah,
want
like,
cable.
Like that's what you think about.
You go to the gym, get it for free, right?
You
Come
know,
on,
you
man.
can just stand outside in front of a television store and get it for free that way.
Where do they have television
Or you can go to
stores
You
anymore?
can go to McDonald's and they run like
Best Buy,
CNN and
just-
ESPN.
Yeah,
and
you can go to the
everything.
airport and get CNN. That's hot. See, as long as you know where you can get the information, you're good.
If
Like
I
we
go to
we
the
play
airport
CNN here.
and you just sitting in there chilling.
And like, when's your flight leave?
What's
Oh,
going on,
never.
David?
I'm not going anywhere.
You going somewhere? Nah,
Nah,
I'm just trying
man,
to catch
Little CNN this morning.
before I go to work.
Yeah, man. Do a little dumpster diving on the way in. Get some coffee and donuts. You ain't got to pay for nothing. You're good to go. You're good to go.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Yeah, you good to go. Ego enters the room. What's going on, Ego Ant?
What up, Ego?
Welcome to the show.
Ant?
Yeah, I was talking about my son and how he likes watching Family Guy. And I said he's 13. No 13-year-old needs to be watching Family Guy.
I have to be inclined to agree.
It's not that bad.
It's bad.
Not all the episodes.
It's just it's
Some
bad.
of it is very, very adult, racy humor. Sure.
Exactly. And he tries to act like he knows what they're talking about. He just likes seeing cartoon characters. That's all. It's like him. It's like he watching cartoon characters is like you watching action films. It doesn't matter what they say as long as there's some cartoon character. He's good.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I'm just saying. That's how they get you. Then they start saying weird things. Then he wants to repeat them at dinner table, like, son, that is inappropriate.
And Darius is cool.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. And when he gets this humor from the shows, I'm gonna send him to you, so he can run some jokes at your house. Oh, let's change gears. So let me talk about Blogger. So this is good news.
Right.
So for all my peoples that are still on Blogger,
Right.
throw your hands up.
My hands up.
Word. Blogger just released a new feature. I don't know if it's going to change the game just yet. Seriously, I know it's not going to change the game. But I'm just excited to see that Blogger is still being worked on. Okay? Derek, don't you have a Blogger account?
I do.
Okay. So this affects you. I mean, when you
But
write.
he
Now,
put his
if the
hand
website
up,
that
though.
you write on, is that a Blogger or WordPress?
Stay Funky, my friends, is Blogger.
Cool. Okay. We'll see now. People can respond to you better because they have just released, and you can get this now for free, the new commenting system, which is a threaded comments. It's no comment love, Miss Eileen. It's no comment love, but it's getting much closer to Discuss and what Discuss is doing, and is getting closer to, obviously, and I can see this happening very soon. They're probably going to have these things connected at some point with Google Plus. I can feel it. You know, Facebook has its commenting system, and now Blogger Google Plus has its system, and it's probably going to be bringing them together very soon. Now, if you're on Blogger and if you have an account there, you do know that you can bring your Blogger profile together with your G Plus profile, right? Did you see that announcement a while ago?
Mm-mm.
If you haven't, that's telling you haven't blogged in a while, because if you don't know, because there's a big flag across the top of blog that says change your profile so it matches Google Plus.
Right.
So when you click on your name on your blog, it should automatically take you to your G Plus account, which means you can get more follows or more circles because people are coming to your blog. This is how you make the connection.
That's cool. That's as it should be, I think.
So today, what you can now do is it has a threaded commenting system right there on your Blogger. And if you're not using Discuss, if you're not using any other thing, and you're only using Blogger's, default commenting tool, well, guess what? You don't have to do anything. It's entirely you're totally already connected.
Word.
All you got to do is just go in there and start having conversations. So what's cool is it will, from what I understand here, is it will it does a little thread, and it will then return back the most relevant blogs. Let me rephrase that. It will have a threaded comment so you can see the discussion. So if someone has a comment, you can see the whole entire discussion.
That's kind of cool.
Right? So go out there right now, and if you have not turned it on yet, go into your settings, and you can actually turn that feature on right now. Just say turn on my commenting systems, or make it make it like full details or something, and you will get all these services. So you don't have to have a third party Discuss or Facebook or whatever. You can now use the default Blogger tool. Now, so what else excites me about this? Okay, is the fact that Google has not forgotten about its blogging system. The question that many people say is blogging dead? And I say no. Blogging is not dead. Google is making sure of that. We will continue to have blogs, and people will continue to come here and have discussions. And many times, as Miss Eileen knows, many times the best discussions you have are on your blog. Matter of fact, Eugene Henney has a really, really interesting blog, and he has some really good feedback on his blog. Maybe it's because he has good content. That probably has a lot to do with it as well. But he has a great responses from his audience.
I really like what I've read so far.
Yeah, it's amazing how someone so young can be so, deep sometimes. I guess it just comes from birth. Anyway, so check that out. If you're not doing it, go check it out now. But
Do it now.
while we're talking about commenting, and I think this is interesting that these two companies are battling the way they are. I mean, it's not that they're battling, but it's funny because when one company sends something out, then the other company sends something out, right? So we just finished talking about Google and Google's commenting tool on Blogger. What company do you think I'm talking about now?
Netflix?
You're
You
so
see with
close,
the-
but
with
so
the-
far away.
With the joke.
Yeah, no,
humor.
yeah, no. It's Facebook, of course, right?
Yeah, of course.
So they have a new announcement today that says this: Facebook has just launched a new feature, and if you haven't done this yet, I want you to be aware. Now, this is where I think it's so interesting, because when Google launched their new commenting tool, Facebook says, "Okay, you want to play that way, huh? Well, here's what: you can now get any commenting plugin that you have on your website. If it's a Facebook plugin, you can now get it over your mobile device." Okay. Make sure your mic's plugged in, because it sounded like you just went out for a second. I don't know what that was.
Mic check 1, 2.
1, 2. Okay, good.
1, 2.
So yeah. So in any case, you can now, if you go to my website and double check this on your phone, Mike, with your fast iPad. I mean your iPhone.
See how you did that?
Go to my my website and see if it now shows up on your phone. So you can basically have that Facebook commenting system right there on your mobile device. So you can not only make a comment on somebody's page, but you can also moderate your page or moderate your comments right there from your phone. So I guess this is something new that you may not have been able to do before. And I think that's true, because I was looking at it the other day and I saw that I can see discuss, but I couldn't see the Facebook stuff. So Mike's going to test it. I didn't actually test it yet, but I saw this launch today, and I think this is going to be very interesting, because how many people are going to continue to use Facebook if they're on Blogger? Now, clearly, Facebook is cross-platform, but does this mean that Google Plus might come out with something very similar to this? To say, hey, look, we've updated our commenting system. Why don't we do this from not only our blogs, but let's roll this out to all the blogs across the way. Now, this is huge, because Facebook is geared to get 1 billion users by August. Did you guys see this today?
What?
They are on. If you look at this trajectory of where Facebook's user base is supposed to be, come August of 2012, we're looking at 1 billion with a B users on Facebook.
Wow.
So Google is definitely trying to say, hey, look, we might not have the future, but we got right now.
So they'll have almost many
What's
half
the
as
total?
they'll have half as many.
All right, I posted.
Does it work?
I mean, I
Wow,
posted
they'll
from
have
my
almost
phone.
as many people as half of a fourth of Mitt Romney's money.
Which we learned that he had a quarter of $1 billion, right?
No, he is a billionaire with a B, which is to say he's 1,000 heirs times a millionaire. Yeah,
I thought he was only had like $250,000.
I
I
believe.
mean, $250 million. I'm sorry.
Did
I
you know
may be wrong about
your
that.
Blogger website has a right to left blogger view?
What? Show me.
Like, I could just slide my thumb across a
Oh
blog.
yeah, and it goes from blog to blog.
Yeah, because at first I couldn't comment on the blog.
Which one did you comment on, by the way?
Q3030.
Okay, hold on. Let me go see that one. So Mike Renda said he went to Q3030, the Q3030 article on my site, and made a comment. Also, and yes, Miss Eileen, I'll share yours as well. Miss Eileen says, don't forget,
See,
you can go to
Go.
Miss Eileen's blog.blogspot.com, and you can also post on hers as well. Miss Eileen's, you know, I can't say it, but that's how she said, Miss Eileen's blog.blogspot.com. Go ahead, girl. Go on, get it. Mike, I didn't see your comment. Where's it at?
I just posted it, see?
Oh, okay. Well, maybe it'll show up in a second. Maybe I got to refresh it. But it works, though. So that's the cool
Right.
part. That's the cool part, is that it works.
You don't
Oh,
see
yeah.
it.
I don't see it on here on my side, though. Maybe it takes a second for your iPhone to work.
Really?
I don't know. Was it Q3030 really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, maybe it'll come up soon. I just don't know why I don't see it yet. Anyway, yes. So that's definitely something new that you can grab today. If you already have it plugged in, it already works. You don't have to do anything, and you can moderate from your phone. How awesome is that?
That's kind of high.
You know, I go back and I still have Discuss in Facebook on my blog. I have yet to make decided a winner on who's going to win that yet. I guess some people like Discuss, some people like Facebook. It just depends. And then lastly, and I have not seen this for myself yet, but I just heard that Google is supposed to go back to the black bar.
We like the black bar.
The
Yeah,
black
I
bar.
liked it.
They, if you don't forget, recently they went away from the black bar, right? They said, hey, look, we got this new navigation. We hope you guys will use it. Yada yada yada, blah blah blah. And sure enough, they said, that's not very popular. I thought it was cool, this whole drop down thing, and I just don't use it that much, to be honest with you. Like it seems like a nuisance to me.
Yeah, I don't use it either.
I almost preferred the black bar across the top.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see that they're going back, especially since we borrowed the black bar idea from our blog or for our website, the nccu.edu. We actually borrowed the idea because we thought it was a really cool thing. It's always available, right? No matter what website you go to on our site, it's there. You get your count. You get a link to all your favorite sites. I mean, I totally understand why they did that. And I remember Aaron K. White, saying, hey, this is, it's great, da-da-da-da. And I thought it was a cool idea, and I liked it because it was new. But then after a while, I said, this thing keeps popping up, like, automatically, and it's getting on my nerves.
Haha. All right, try it now.
Okay, I just did, and it's still not there.
Okay. Why?
Look, man, don't be talking about my stuff like that. Okay? It's not whack, Mike Renda.
And blogger, man.
Don't be talking about my stuff like
Facebook
that.
tripping.
Talk about your stuff. I'm talking about Blogger.
Don't be talking about. See,
You don't own Blogger.
I have, but see, I am loyal to Google. Okay, okay. See, I'm loyal to stuff. That's the point.
I'm loyal to stuff.
Yeah,
Me too.
when I get off it, then I'm no longer loyal. But when I'm on it, I'm loyal. So I'm on Google.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm on Google.
I'm loyal to
See,
stuff
'cause
that works for me.
there was
as
a point-
long as it works for me.
I
What?
was totally on BlackBerry, right? I was like, oh, don't be talking about BlackBerry like that. And then as soon as I got on the Android, I was like, man, dude, BlackBerry, what? What's BlackBerry?
I'm still hyping BlackBerry up.
Yeah, because you
should
were mad
still
at
get
Android.
a curve. You should still get a curve. BBC, baby.
That's all I'm saying.
BBM. And Outlook email.
And Ego it says, I'm loyal to the highest bidder. You know what? You'd be a great candidate for some of these politics, man. For real. I thought about that sometime. Like I wonder if I were ever to run for office and somebody were to pay me tons and tons and tons and tons
To
of money.
lose.
No, to say, hey, would you support this thing that I may not support? Would I do it if I knew that this money would help support my family for years and years to come? I don't know. It'd be tough. But then there's sometimes, like I remember, like there was a couple of years ago, there was a website where you could share these links, right? And you can make money if people clicked on these links on Twitter. I forgot what it was called, but there was some really corny companies out there, and I was like, there is no way that I can support these companies because I don't even know who they are. Number one, so why would I support a company that I don't know? And number two, I don't care if you're paying me pennies on the buck. I had a hard time trying to get my users to do it. So
No.
yeah,
No
like
way.
yeah, like I remember Amway. This is, oh my goodness, this is so.
Dude, click
I know
on this, dude. Click on this.
I am so
I
bad.
can get some money.
90
I am
seconds.
so
Here,
bad.
get some spyware in your computer.
Yeah,
I'll
man.
Get 3.5 cents for it.
Yeah, I could not do that. I had a hard time selling soap from Amway because I was like, nah, I really don't believe in the product like that. So you got to believe in the product. So maybe I wouldn't do it for millions of dollars. But then again, millions of dollars could buy me. No, I don't know. Anyway, want to thank you guys for hanging out with us today. We really sponsored tweets. Thank you. That's what it was, Miss Eileen.
yes.
I did it for a second. So I can't
you know,
do this.
campaign. There are a lot of national political campaigns that are
60
using
seconds.
sponsored tweets effectively.
Oh, goodness. Anyway, want to thank you guys for hanging out with us today. We really do appreciate it. Mr. Alan Tran, Dyslexic in America. Eagle Went, Eugene Henney. Thank you, sir. Eileen Smith, Little Bites, Nab 1965, Tim Arthur, and all of you listening live in an archive. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We really do appreciate it. Don't forget, though, we're here every Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on blogtalkradio.com. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and you can even, follow us here while you're at it. It's going to do it for us, y'all. Have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. We'll check you guys out tomorrow with our guest, Brian McDonald, so don't miss it. It's going to do it for now. Mike Renner, take us out of here.
Juicy.
10 seconds